All right. Looks like it is time to get rolling. So, last week did a little bit of coding and got stymied by this weird environment problem where I'm running a unit test, and well, it doesn't work, obviously, and I'll tell you why it's obvious very very soon. But this is a little snippet of code that causes the problem, and we'll come back to that shortly. There's a few other things that we're going to tackle first. Let's see here. This is that code snippet that I was just talking about, where get environment variable from the system.environment namespace and respective libraries and methods and such. Looks straightforward. Looks like it should work. It should work because it does work, but it doesn't. And like I said, I'll talk about that in a minute. The next thing I'm going to actually talk about before we get fully into the coding here is the project out on GitHub. So just a few little things here. I added some items for what we're going to be working on today. One is around how to do configuration in the CLI. Then another one is adding the logging to the CLI right here. I just added some blurbs and I added some stuff that I researched and kind of looked at before so that we could just dive straight into it instead of surfing the internet together. I know everybody would love to do that, but you know, sometimes you don't want to actually surf the internet all day long. You want to get some shit done. And then the other thing, I'm going to refactor a little bit around the exception handling for this. And that's the aim for today. It's going to be a fair amount of stuff and add a considerable amount of code to this particular project. So let's talk about the crazy environment variable here. Environment variables are like the simplest thing ever. It's a default that we use all the time in all sorts of development, right? I mean, I use them in Go code. I use them in configuration of systems. They're everywhere. They're used all the time. And basically just put something in the system that you can access via bash or whatever, and you can pull it out from an application that you put on the system where it all it needs to know is the name of the variable, and the variable is going to be set on the system. So it's kind of an autonomous thing. You can ship a system via an image or something and have some environment variables on it, and the application just assumes that specific to the system, those variables are going to be available whenever the application is deployed onto that system. Anyway, they're pretty standard stuff. What I've discovered, though, is that in Jetbrains Rider, when you run a test, it initiates a new session that doesn't bring in the user variables. So like, for example, if I go out here and open my bash RC file up, you'll see that I have these environment variables set. Admin username, regular user and password, and then the contact point. And I went ahead and set some dummy values in there. And you have all sorts of other stuff. Like I got my Go executable bin directory, blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the bash RC on Linux. Usually on Mac OS, you eventually end up with a bunch of stuff in here too, and it just loads per your user session profile. So the thing is these are loaded, and if I go out to a terminal, and like I type, let's see here, I did. If I type echo to look at one of the variables, and then I type DSC6 username, boom, I get it, right? Simple as that. It's available in the session, but when I execute this test, it fails. The simple reason is because the .NET Core system.environment library doesn't pull from the user session profile. It only pulls from the system profile, which is the one that's used when the system actually launches. Anyway, it sits there and crunches on this for a long time for whatever reason. I don't know why it always takes so long. But anyway, that's why this doesn't work. and it's specifically in a test library. Another one of my fellow coder buddies out on the internet stumbled into the same thing, pulled down Jetbrains Rider, checked it out, and I'm pretty sure it's probably the same in Visual Studio if you use those test projects also. So basically, I can forget this ever working. But let's actually put that into not a unit test, and let's see what happens. Let's put it in the console here, and we'll see what we get. Actually, we'll just console.log, and we'll see if we get any better results. Or is it console.writeLine? Yep. And then we just want to print out the admin username. I mean, generally you don't want to just print this kind of stuff out, but you know, we're just learning and figuring this out here. So in its environment, well, I put it into the admin username variable, and there we go. And I don't want to actually set it to that. I want to use the one that is in the user profile section. So now if I run the CLI, let's try that and see what I get. Oh, so I get a blank there too. So the environment variable doesn't pull this one either from this execution. So that's pretty weird. Let's see about if I run the CLI. So .NET, what is it? .NET Core build. Is it just the build command? .NET build. Just that. Can I do that? And where does it put the executable? That's what I never seem to remember. I mean, it's Linux, so it's not going to make an exe. It does not exist in the current context. Is that test project? Oh, let's get rid of that out of the project. Here we go. We can just remove that for now. Let it build. All right. Release, runtime. You can do a specific runtime, blah, blah, blah. All right, we have 3 warnings. Do not use assert.equal to check for Boolean conditions. Okay, I'll just fix that later then. Let's see here, where does it put the executable though? That's the other question. Build source, build the project, use the NuGet package, build project and its dependencies, specific runtime. Just build the project. All right, so where? Oh, maybe it's interoperability. Is a directory. Of course it is. Did it put it in there? Oh, it's got a bin now. So send bin list. Oh, that's probably actually a problem. Oh, that's not super useful. Oh, I want to check out the interoperability.cli, and in here there should be .cli. Then in here is the bin. There we go. Now we're making progress. Bin debug. There we go. All right. So we got a DLL, PDB, JSON. Well, this is stupid. Blah. So where's just I need just the executable. So I guess .NET install script, .NET publish, publish. Probably need a publish, right? Or .NET run. Let's .NET run it, right? So if we go down here, so .NET run. Yeah, no, maybe. There we go. So the console just pulled the environment variable. Super aggravating, really. There you go. You can see it. Whoops, had my face in front of it. I'm still getting used to these, doing the damn transitions. So yeah, that's pretty frustrating. Something that I just would not expect that in other frameworks, really. This seems like just kind of a strange .NET behavior. I had a lot of conversations about how the projects are, by some convention, determine that it does or doesn't launch within session, so the variables are there or not. Whereas on most things that are a little bit more Linux oriented, I guess, like Go and even Node.js, what other, Rust, right? C, C++, that kind of stuff. Kind of the default is if you ask for a variable, it's going to pull it out of the executing session, which should be the thing that the user is running under. I don't know why these other things take some autonomous execution session to run that just dumps out its own profile. Seems a little odd. I'm going to do some more research, and at some point I'm going to blog this probably with all the specifics of why, but I definitely want the specifics of why, not just some garbage about like, well, that's how it works. Why? Why does .NET work then stuff? Yeah, this is true, Bobby. It's .NET build and .NET run. I should have done that in the first place, but I did just realize that I need to go into the CLI directory to do .NET run well, because otherwise, if I do it at the root, does it even work with the solution file? Still not used to this .NET stuff. This new world of .NET. It's like, I think the last time I was writing .NET, .NET Core didn't even exist then, the last time I did production deploys of .NET. That's all right. It hasn't changed so much that I don't know a whole boatload of stuff about this to impart something useful anyway. So now the other question is if the CLI executes that way, I guess this, let's add a property, public string, well, we'll just call it, actually we'll go with username. Then we'll say, yeah, so it's got a username and contact point. So in the console, let's actually launch one of these things where we have var black box equals new black box, interoperability black box. No, I just want the black box. Black box. Pretty sure that's what it's called. And then Rider should give me options, reference, interoperability, blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's perfect. Synchronizing. So this should have now, I have no arguments, and then one option with the 3, right? Yeah, username, password, and contact point that I could pass in. So for the tests, that works pretty good for the test. Then I don't have to pull environment variables for the test, which makes all this stuff work. That proves out some points, but it doesn't prove out the point of whether it's grabbing the environment variables or not. So let's take this and then black box. Oops, black box. Yes, then dot. Oh, whoops. I need new. I guess I didn't type that, or keyword went there. Black box dot username equals, let's do environment dot get environment variable, and then that crazy thing. So we'll go with this one first. Semicolon. And then we'll just do a console.write line. This worked. And we'll print out the black box username, like so. Oops. And let's see if I can just run it this way. So interesting. It seems like Jetbrains Rider is just executing everything out of session. So if I don't have an environment variable set in it, it doesn't work. At least to pull the ones that I have set in my bash RC. So let's go look in the properties and see what we can do for that. Because I bet there's a way to set some environment variables. Properties? Nope. Nope. Come on. There's got to be a way to do this. Console application, target framework. That is what I want. Save default, get environment variable success, edit configurations. Here we go. So the default is that one. We're running environmental. Yeah. Okay. So let's add those things. This var, the username, and then next one. I add each of these so I don't have to go back and add them later. We'll just have them. The regular user. Then I want contact point. Making an inappropriate or an invalid IP. We'll do a check for that later maybe. All right, so now let's try to run this and see what we get. That should work. And yeah, okay. So, lesson learned. The issue is Jetbrains Rider isn't loading environment variables from the user profile session. It's maintaining its own user executing profile session. Kind of weird. So that's more of the problem. So when I did the .NET deal, let's see what it says. It should run and whoa, give me some other. Oh yeah, that's because that closed down. But yeah, so this worked, and you'll notice there I get admin, which is the actual system one, and this one is the username. So run .NET at terminal via this, and you get all that stuff. So let's hear, let's see about running it in this. Oh shoot, now I forgot what the hell the terminal is. Terminal. It's in the view, integrated terminal. Oh, backtick, that's what it is. There you go. So if we go in here, then interoperability, CLI, and I'll bet it'll say admin too. Yeah, there we go. Later on the update, thanks. All right, that's a weird one for Jetbrains Rider, but I have them added. I have the environment variables added now, so I can continue on with life in that regard. So I'm going to exit out of that and stick to the terminal in here, the environment variables that I have, and let's do some work on the CLI itself. I want to be able to get a status of the whole black box when it initiates, what the status of what username and admin account or whatever it has when it launches. And I also want to be able to log this stuff, right? So one of the things that I had in the issues added was add logging, right? Let's look in that, and I got a cool little link to some stuff. Now, you could just add whatever .NET logging, but I'm going for this Serilog stuff. And the reason is actually somewhat straightforward and somewhat not. One, the straightforward answer is I want structured event data coming back. The immediate reason isn't obvious, but I'll tell you why. A bunch of months back, I did some work at honeycomb.io. And one of the things they sold me on beyond a reasonable doubt is have structured event data. Don't do like just unstructured trash that you can't query against. You got to be able to have high cardinality, structured data to really, really be able to dig into quickly. Emphasis on quickly. So I saw Serilog after digging through a number of .NET libs to do logging, and I looked back at some of the other ones that I've used in the past, like Log4Net. It looked like it just added some core support and some other ones, but most of those they dump out to basically what ends up just being an unstructured text file with a bunch of stuff in it. I didn't want that. I wanted to be able to do some structured logging stuff. So I checked out Serilog, haven't really done anything with it. So I'm going to try to make a go of it here right now. First step first, let's install this puppy. So install package Serilog, using Serilog. Let's do this. And then we'll put it directly into here. And then I guess I might have added it to the back end when I was dorking around a little bit. And then I'm just going to add a sample. It's here. Log new logger configuration, write to .console and create logger. So what is this arguing about? Change all console. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. What does it say? So that's a name spot. You needed to create an iLogger using the logger configuration. It's done once at application startup. So actually, well, this will work because you have to start via the main. I'll actually put this up here. At some point, this will be refactored off into some completely other place. All right, so we want to do log.information, example explanation. All right, so add all this stuff. Open the package manager console and type Serilog syncs console file. Oh, I don't have the other bits added, but here it just shows that. So let's just copy their example. And we'll go back and futz with the black box stuff in a moment. Here we go. It's still fussing about the console bit. Change all console, navigate, inspect this. What is logger configuration.write to? Configures the syncs that log events will be emitted to. No? Let's see if we can even get a build. Does not contain a definition for that. So let's actually take it out and see where we get to. Because it says write it to, I guess that's attempting to add the configuration to write to console. This does it to the file. And then debug. So write it to the debug logger, wherever that's at. So let's run that and see what we get. Okay, that looks good. Still running. Why is it still running? Let's do interoperability.cli. Oh, that's nice. Oh. left the other thing running. Stop running. And let's do this. Maybe. Let's add some debug points. See where we're getting here. So went very wrong. Log, close and flush, console.read key. Oh, do I have to? Okay. I'll actually add that at the bottom. So it worked. I just didn't realize I copied a read key in there. That's the problem with copy and paste, folks. You don't always want to do that. So I proved out that it worked, at least in execution, but let's see, log information, hello world. That's my, I don't believe that's the one for this. And again, I run into the, okay, this is seriously pissing me off. I'll fiddle with that later. Let's use code. There we go. All right. So I was in CLI. We did .NET run. All right, this worked. Admin. Didn't get a hello world though. Let's go back and see. Oops. File not found, 2018, 821, 18. Is that the myapp.txt, rolling interval, rolling interval? Yeah, that's the text file, but So it should have, let's say, log.information. Let's try to add the console bit back. Right to just do that, maybe. Let's try this then. Nope, still not to the console, only to the file. So this is log debug, log error, close and flush. So actually, let's put this right here, and we'll add a message that says console.writeLine press enter, enter. Logs.mytext. Oh. That's a weird way to display that file. Anyway, .NET run. All right, that worked. So do I have anything in there? I don't have anything in there still. If I run it and then do it when I say press enter, does that maintain? Nothing. All right, so delete permanently, close that. Why is it not writing anything into the file? I know why it's not doing it to the console. I took the console part out, but right to it has that there. logger, console logger configuration. So this says log information. Try this. So I'm not getting a debug or an error. Let's just do console dot. I don't want to do that. I want to do log dot debug. Just do testing. None of these things reappeared. All right, this is getting annoying. Let's just do myapp.txt. To file. What is the? Let's look at the thing. Write to file. This. Let's actually call it the black box. Log. Oops. And then we'll say rolling interval, just like before, rolling interval dot. Let's do it by minute. I think minute might be a little bit more useful in that context. Is this complaining about? Best overload for file does not have a name parameter rolling interval. It did. Casing. It doesn't like the casing on that one. Rolling interval. And this needs to be by minute. Minute. And that needs to be a period. All right, we got something there. Don't really care about that bit right now. Press enter. This worked. Admin. Did it log anything though? Still don't see. There we go. My app appeared, but unable to open file. File not found. Joy. Oh, there's the black box one. That's what I really want. Delete that one. Delete the other one. Ah, there we go. Hello world. This worked flawlessly. Why didn't the other one work flawlessly? I think it was confused by the pathing. Divide by zero exception. Attempted to divide by zero. And then I got my test saying in it too. This is beautiful. Looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to leave that black box one in there. So it does the month, the year, the month, the day, and the hour. That's down to the minute. An hour down to the minute. So 1606. That's good. That's logging we want. So I'm going to keep that in there. And then let's hear log. B. I don't really need all that mess. It's interesting that it doesn't get... Oh, it doesn't get to this because of the error that it throws. But don't really need that. So it's log.debug, log.whatever. Is there a rename in here? Whoa, wasn't what I wanted. But that was awesome. How did I do that? Control R. Ah, last file. Okay. Sweet. So this, though, I'm going to change to log. Can I rename? So I want like a rename thing. Rename symbol. Yeah, like that. Oh, that didn't work. Light bulb. Extract method. I don't want to do that yet either. Log.logger. All right. We'll say interoperability black box initiated. All right, that's started. And then all the other bits need to execute in here. Just leave that in place for now. Oops, add that back. All right. Now we got logging in place. I'm gonna mark that one off. All right, now adding configuration options. There we go. All right. We'll come back to that one in a minute. Let's look at the other one. What was the other request? Better exception handling. Oh, let's get the CLI build going, actually. This is a biggie. This should have been honestly done before I even added any functionality. So I want to add C# build support to this puppy. And yeah, basically I want to say C# solution. I think I need to just add a Travis.yaml file to the root. So let's do that. Travis.yaml. Give it the solution name, which is interoperability black box. Travis will run this. And then it's your script. The following commands are just examples. You're gonna build.sh. I don't really have that needed just yet. Probably will need that though, won't I? Interoperability black box. Okay, it's not mono. It's definitely .NET, and it's 2.1. So let's add that to .NET 2.1. I could just do .NET Restore, right? I don't even need to do that. Mono. None. The question is, should I add that? I don't know. Well, I did. So, matrix. I don't really have a build matrix yet. Maybe some scripts later. Oh, XUnit. NuGet restore this, and then install XUnit runners, output directory to XUnit, xbuild, and then mono. Let's we'll do that in a second. I did notice I named this wrong, didn't I? I need to do a dot in the front. There we go. All right, so that's saved. Save this. Let's get that back in the code. Add fixed environment variable. Added logging. Added build. All right. Now we got to Travis. What is it? Org, I think, something like that. Nope, that's not it. Travis.com. Oh, Travis-CI, duh. All right, sign in with GitHub. And I should just be able to go checkbox this sucker. Well, there's my Go project. That's it. Let's here go to profile. Here we go. And then this one is black box. Oh, so many repos. There we go. Turn it on. Go to settings. Build push branches. Yes. Build push pull requests. Sure. Limit concurrent jobs. I don't really care. Auto cancel branch builds. Auto cancel pull request builds. Applied builds. Okay. Yeah. Environment variables. Oh, okay. We can do that stuff here. Display value in build log. I'll play with that a little bit later. We have cron jobs too. So that honestly looks cool. And what I really need to do is trigger build. Yes, that's what I want to do. Trigger build. Go with master. Testing build. There we go. Build config file is requested. Oh, I have to add it, I guess. Testing. Enter config as YAML. I added the YAML. Dad. Burn it. Oh, is it not in the root? It's not in the root, is it? There we go. Let's try that. Does that work? No, that didn't work either. So let's try the actual goo of the YAML. Trying YAML. Okay, so let's just, oh, it's still not in the thing. Add. Placed the YAML file appropriately. Thanks, Luca. Yep. There we go. That should kick that off, and hopefully everything is in place appropriately. I don't really need to do that. Come on, just give me my repos. Killer video, Cassandra details. No, none of that. There we go. Something is happening. Kick ass. Oh, there's that GCC building stuff again. Sneaks in there for everything. .NET, Go, you name it. Wow, this is a lot more stuff going on than... Oh, Packer. Used Packer. MySQL, OpenSSL, Packer, syslog. What else do we have going on here? Good gracious. Let's maintain. Please open any issues here. Thanks, Joshua Anderson and Terry A. Couplinger. Y'all rock. .NET, skip first time experience, whatever that is. Telemetry output. Oh, this is good. Progress, man. Progress. Still seems like the build is slow for some crazy reason. Oh, I'm going to check this out for sure. What is this? Oh, I didn't want to go to that one. I wanted to keep looking at my build. Let's just do this and then new tab. Yeah. There we go. The end is near. Your build has stopped. NuGet restore failed with 127 during dot. The what? All right, let's add this. Interoperability black box. Dot solution. That's on OS version 1404. 213, that's cool. And then the .NET Core SDK 21.41, that's cool. Yep, I'm not even using that stuff pretty much, except the .NET Core .app, I think. And then .NET download. Yeah, I already have that. That's kind of, I don't know, it seems like a weird thing to put right there. But let's see here, SDK telemetry. Includes a telemetry feature that collects usage information. It's important to .NET team. Oh, that's this thing. Wasn't there drama about this? Interesting. Anyway, now that I know what it is, back to this. Ooh, let's see here. All right, try the whole solution restore. Say git add. Trying a build with solution file restore. All right, where does that get us? While that's pondering my new commit, I'll grab this. So I want a master branch image markdown, please, of the build status. Copy. Go back over here, and I'll just put it in the README this way, because I feel like it. There. Whoa. What's this? So Control B. Oh, it's Control B for bookmarks, but I want Control V. Yep. Crazy fingers all over the place. All right. Now I'll write some docs for y'all a little later, but not on the Twitch stream, because I'm sure docs are boring. Docs can be boring, but here's a badge. Build error. That's exactly what I expected. Do I? Duration. Oh, it's an error because it's in the mid process of doing a whole VM container thing to build this thing again. So I will follow. Yeah, let's follow log. There we go. Now we're active. So that little button, if you're curious what I just clicked on, will follow the build as all this stuff streams up. Super, super useful when you're trying to actually pay attention to stuff. Let's do it here. Oops. There we go. Oh, it turned off in this window. So let's follow log. There we go. And that way you can actually scroll. Oh, now I've goofed it up. Oh, that does break it. So you can't stay at top. It actually scrolls down the whole page. It's cool enough. All right, that's working. That's working. All right, let's get my instantiated object in here again. Actually, how do you run this XUnit test? .NET XUnit test. Runner. So talk about how to run it. Yeah, .NET new class lab. Template class already created. .NET. Oh, I can just do .NET test. That's badass. So interoperability .tests. .NET test like so, maybe. Oh, what's it say? Let's see if I just do run. Does that just run the test? I have no idea what it does. Says, oh, fusses about the tests. All right, I don't want this one anymore. And I don't really want these in the same state, but I do want to have, let's see, I don't really need this one. And that one should be false. That one should be false. Okay, both of those should be false. So how'd our build go? Failed and exited during 127. NuGet command not found. Oh, do we need to set it to install in the Travis CI YAML? Shit. Why do you do that? Travis CI run NuGet. When the optional solution key is present, tabs for all NuGet packages for and be build the given solution. You can also specify your own scripts shown below. Okay, so I don't need this. That's what it's saying. NuGet. By default, Travis will run NuGet restore that in the install step, which restores all NuGet packages from your solution file. To override this, if you want to install additional packages, you can set the install attribute like this. Oh, well, I need to have something to restore, I guess. It's still kind of weird that it doesn't execute. But we're going to try this and get another build going. Removed NuGet. I had to pull the README in there. All right. So that's running now. Again. Let's get our new black box going. Var, let's call it black box, BB. We'll do black box. Yeah, I like that. But let's do this. Okay. Equals new black box. Okay, I take it back. Code is way freaking cooler than I thought it was. Since when did that type of IntelliSense come into play? Pretty awesome. Anyway, so we got a constructor with username, password, and contact point. We got a regular constructor. And what we need to do is actually wire. Okay, this should be environment.get environment variable. And it should be whatever that environment variable is, and we'll get that in just a second. Environment.get environment variable. And that'll get us values in here for this that the class or the object just knows how to get. Environment variable. There we go. All right. So now those. Let's go with this at first. We'll use these. the default one's being passed in. And then this one I believe was contact point. All right. So that'll get those values set, and we'll fiddle with confirm against the cluster in a little bit. Right now, I just want to test this. So we got these, and then let's do a console. Actually, let's do a debug black box dot username plus black box dot password plus black box dot contact point. Oh, I don't have it. Yeah, there's contact point. There we go. Now, if I go back in there, and just run that, I should get some debug values. Admin, blarg, and the IP. Yep, we're good there. Let's see if we do. All right, we don't need anything else. Press enter. So that's good for logging. Feel like everything should go to console too. Like if the debugger is set to on, we should be able to have an option where debugger is set to on, and if the debugger is on, then the logger will write to the console and write to the file, not just one or the other, right? So during the whole session, it'll create a log file just like it's doing now per the minute that it's executed. And then that way, we would only need to write info to the logger, I think, or it would catch the console stuff too. So how does that work? That part isn't working. If we go back to, is it Serilog? Serilog. There we go. Simple.net log file stuff. Log information, position, elapsed time. Actually, we'll add that in a second too. The operator in front of position tells us serialize the object passed in rather than convert it to using toString. All right, that's cool. Configuration basics. Creating a logger. There we go. It syncs. Yeah, do it. Oh, maybe I need to add that one. Yeah, let's do that. So it appears that the file one is already added. We got log.information. Okay, rag to console, go to file. Yeah, all right. So in code, how to code, well, what is it? .NET NuGet add package, right? It's a syntax for that. I want a new add package. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, .NET add package. And the package is Serilog syncs console. .NET add pack. Oh, you have to say package? Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, Interesting. Haven't done that in a while. So we should have that now or not. Unresolved dependencies. CLI, CS project. Please execute. Yes, restore. Thanks for being awesome again, Visual Studio Code. Ah, beautiful. That's what it was. So Serilog example doesn't seem to... So in the install here, it says do blah, blah, blah. Did it actually say that? Oh, yeah, I guess it says add the two things here, and I missed the second one. RTFM all of the docs, Adrian. That's what you have to do. Read it 10 times faster. All right, and then here, clear list. All right, .NET run, yeah. There we go, there. And it printed it out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, the object does have this stuff printed out. Let's see here, in the doc here, let's look at how it says to do this. This example records two properties, position and elapsed. So let's do it that way. Let's see what we get for the log. Yeah, look at that. So that's going to be pretty sweet, honestly. Just new lat. Oh, that's crazy cool. Let's just grab this. And we'll do this. Information. Black box. Oops, black box. Say black box is loaded. And then we'll go with, let's say, user. And we'll say contact point for the cluster. That and do this. At user contact point is it says elapsed ZZ. Oh yeah, processed is both of these values. And that one's that. Okay. Seems nifty. Okay, I don't need that formatting just yet, I don't think. But I need this needs to be log. And then all right, black box dot username. And black box dot contact point. Yes, please. Thank you. I'm gonna remove that one. Just say starting here. It's not so exciting, so remove the exclamation point. Save file. Let's run this sucker again. All right. Progress. Contact point. Admin and contact point. So contact point is interesting. It didn't print out, so it printed out that. If I just say user, what does the log file look like? Kind of weird. All right, but progress. We got progress here. Got the environment variables working. We've got the, oh, let's see here. What else do we have? We got the environment variables working. We've got logging working. Halfway to figuring out what in the world to do to make sure that it's structured data and not just trashy junk. We've resolved a number of different oddball issues. I still don't know why that stupid file's there. We got log files that are down to the minute. Um, we don't have really good tests yet. There's still weird integration level tests that just aren't really kosher. We figured out that JetBrains Rider does not launch things in session as expected, which is super weird, but still workable. But hey, I learned that code has a lot more capability than I thought it did, at least based on when I last tried to use it for auto completion stuff. It looks like they've added a lot of that. So let's see here. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff. Go back and continue onwards with what this mess is. So, okay, I got the black boxes loaded. Let's say for user, I guess, against cluster at contact point. So I guess if I say, or if I write at contact point, maybe that works. Run. Admin against cluster at this. Oh, sweet. That's beautiful. So now if I go back here, all right, so that's position. And at the position, it's kind of confusing how they did this. So at position is assigned to the variable, which is passed in position. So that spits out this thing, and then elapsed, which is a number. So ZZZ is a number. Properties captured in the example in JSON format would appear like this, right? The at operator before the position does this. Submit followed elapse is a standard.NET string format that affects how the property is rendered. The console sync included with Serilog will display the above message as blah. Yeah, okay, cool. Writing log events. Message template syntax. That's what we want to look more into. So this is dumping the stuff into the syntax, blah, blah, blah. Let's see about structured data here. Stringification is the process of taking supplied.NET property and invoking its toString. Destructuring is the process of taking complex.NET object to da-da-da. Scalars, yeah, okay. Seems not in perfect alignment with what I wanted, but this is going to work. This is going to work pretty good. So let's see if we got a Serilog, what do they call it? Sync JSON. Oh, that's cool. Huh, you can format it that way. Timestamp, new dot, formatting JSON, write file to, yeah. Let's add that to this. So that is the log file. And then we're going to need to pull that dependency in, of course, right? Formatting compact. So .NET run, add package, big package. All right, we added that. Let's see if we get rid of our squiggly here in a minute. Probably needs to do a restore here. Problems. Why can't I just do a .NET restore? Maybe that'll. No? Yes, no. Come on. Okay, I did that. And then we just added this. And I should give it a, not text, it's JSON. Come on, people. And to specify the formatter in XML, it seems somewhat strange. Minor details, property, timestamp, da da da. Comparison, JSON formatter, 292 bytes. So there's JSON formatter and then compact JSON formatter. I actually want, I'm going to go with the, nah, compact's good. Typer namespace could not be found. Did it not run? Oops. Add. Oh, do I need to do it at? Yeah, .NET. Add package. Serilog. What is Serilog dot compact JSON formatter. Yeah, that's it. So formatting compact. .NET add package. Formatting compact. Into project CLI. Ah, there we go. I don't know what I did earlier, but I guess I didn't get it installed. So restore. And boom, right? Come on. .NET run. Compact. Restore completed. But you're still giving me crap. Write to file. And then logger configuration, log event, new, compact, string comparison. Write to, let's do rolling file. Compact JSON formatter, rolling file. And compact. New compact JSON formatter. Structured dot JSON. Well, rolling file. That is the same thing. New logger configuration. Well, I guess I don't need it in JSON format right now, but that would be super cool. Format provider, formatter. Culture info. That's some cool ideas. Oh, can I do... So that's like... do console dot formatter. New custom, no. Well, how do you do the damn formatter? You just say formatter. Oh, format provider, formatter. Just probably needs to be JSON. Let's just go with that. What happens, huh? Huh? JSON? No. Let's just do JSON then. Formatter. Local JSON. Okay, so formatter is, oh, this thing. I don't want that. I want the damn JSON stuff. Come on. Anyway, good enough for now. Just having the black box as is. Yes, all right. Got that done. I go back out to my issues on project. Oh, we also need to let's check on the build real quick. So we can do that now by just going to the actual project and checking the build here. Oh, it says error still. So what do we got? We got merge branch, C# support is community maintained. Please open any issues. Install a .NET Core. No solution or script defined. Exiting. To install additional .NET Core runtimes or SDKs, go to there. All right, let's troubleshoot that a little bit. First, I'm going to add the logging. Logging confirmed and added as intended. All right. Then we'll go back over here and open up that travis.yaml file. Let's actually take out the mono. Why should that even be added in there? And I don't know what that is. Actually, that does need to be added because the solution needs to be added, right? Little tricky. Little tricky. All right, so let's restart build. We didn't really do that because we didn't really get the other stuff added, but let's talk about this. No. We're just going to deal with the actual build, and then we'll futz with that other junk later. Find and add a CI server, build, badge the project. All right, we have done this, but we still have a broken build. So actually, we'll say done, but building is broken. No, we can't say done. We'll hit close on that when we actually get this thing to work. So I'm just going to do this when this is present. Yeah, let's not even designate that. Let's just see what happens when we do just those two things. Git add absolute minimal build. All right. So I'm going to go back here. All right, it's restarting. Let's see where we get this time. Network availability confirmed. That's always nice. Installing mono. Interesting. Let's say mono false, was it? Or what was it? .NET and then mono none. Let's put that back. And let's remove that for now. No, actually put it back. Because damn it, this is 2.1. It should build 2.1. Export first experience skip. Okay, it changes. Yeah, installing .NET Core. That's what we wanted. We don't want mono. No offense to mono, of course. It started again? What the hell? All right, again. Waiting for a build. No solution or script defined. Exiting. Well, that's fun. Branch master. So it installed this and installed .NET Core runtimes or SDKs. Does it need to? Let's do that. What's that do? Trying a random thing. It's a bug in mono, using solution level NuGet packages. When the optional solution keeps present, tries to run NuGet packages, restore and build against the given solution. What happens if I don't want a solution file? What happens if I just want stupid whatevers to run? Maybe I should have a build like this. Actually, let's add that. Let's add a .build or build.sh. Did it have a? It does have a thing. All right, build.sh is basically, let's see, CD interoperability blackbox.cli and then .NET build. Oh, that's restore. Oh, maybe it's not running the damn thing. That's what the deal is. Solution is interoperability blackbox.sln. That, let's shoot that into the roster. Git add. Oh, one more thing. List. Boom. List. Let's do sudo chmod 7 build. All right. Didn't want to go that far out. Anyway, git Added build script. Come on, give me a new build. While it's running, I'm going to be particular and add some stuff to my build file. So one, I want this to be a bash file specifically. And I want any error to drop, bombs, errors. So we'll do set E. I think I should probably do maybe a .NET restore right here. .NET restore. Even though it does it with the solution file, so maybe leave that off for now. Go back over here and see where we're at. Oh, something new. So cloned it. No solution or script defined. Exiting. Well, that's what I just added, didn't I? Damn it. Oh, this one passed? How did I miss that one? That's crazy. Build succeeded. Default target. Da-da-da. Yeah. So what was my YAML file for that one? How can a branch master commit this one? View diff on commit. Okay, yeah, let's view the diff. Oh, so I just had those two. I haven't added the script file anyway. Let's do what? I took off that and that. All right, let's try that one more time. I want to see if that was actually a good build. It said install mono. Let's do fine install. Git add. Removing specifics. So there's that one. I'm going to let that start. And then, so whenever I change it to 2.1, it breaks. Is that what the deal is? And then script. Oh yeah, if I change it, if I add this, then it's going to try to build that, and it's not going to build from root. Mono will build a solution file though. That's the problem, right? The disparities in these things. I get it. Okay, and that's probably that. I hope it runs it from that. I'll find out in a minute. So let's git add commit removing mono, adding .NET and build script. Yeah. But first, let's check on the build. Are you serious? Did it? No, it's still working. Okay. Let's go to the latest one. It installed mono. Okay, so that one might build. And I guess I missed it because I started a new build too quickly in the interim. So let's actually do that. Push this up. That'll start build 11, right? And it'll probably flip by if this one's successful so fast I won't notice it either. So this is build 10 is still running. Let's go down to the bottom. Pre-compiling some stuff. Oh yeah, that's how I did it to myself. I had started a new build and I missed the one that worked. So let's see how this one works. So I have a build sh file this time. And I'm going for .NET 2.1 and no mono, because that is what I'm working against, and it should damn well work. Whoops. Here we go. I want to follow it. Some index files failed to download. Oh, but that's some old stuff. Mongo? What the hell are you doing with a Mongo? Unpacking.NET SDK. Yeah, that's what I want to see. So I'm going to actually mark this one as done. This is going to be done. As soon as this build works, we're done with that. A command is running to populate your local package cache. Why don't you tell me what command it is? That'd be kind of cool. Processing triggers for libc bin. Sounds fun. Oh, look at there. Build sh, restoring packages, installing Serilog. Exited with 0. Done. Your build exited with 0. So that's green. Hell yeah. All right. We're done. That's a wrap. It is time to get the hell out of Dodge. And that's it for today. Next time, I'm going to be rolling through the rest of those issues, but I'm also going to be adding some cool stuff and actually diving into what the hell this project is going to be about, since I've just been doing configuration stuff and everything so far. But that always takes a huge chunk of time. And, well, whatever the case is, that huge chunk of time is almost done, and we're going to get into the meat of the application. So stay tuned. Keep watching. I also have an impromptu Twitch stream coming up later in the week on Friday at 1:30 PST. And that's going to be setting up a cluster on a 5-node straight to the metal setup. You'll see all about it on Friday. Then also I'll be doing some more Go programming on that day too. So as is, happy thrashing, happy coding, happy thrashing code. Cheers.